Okay, welcome. Thank you very much for clicking on. Today I'm going to share a whole video with you, but it's more a whole video on a budget. Everything in today's videos come in minus one item for next to nothing, and I mean a couple of pounds. So if you're working on a budget and you only got like 10, 20 quid to go to car boot sale, here's some ideas of some of the things you can pick up that are literally pound, £2, £3. So stick around, hopefully you'll find it interesting. And I have had some lovely things for next to nothing at all at a car boot sale. Just goes to show what you can buy. So I'm going to start off with this, which is a 1952 Swedish Mon Ami blue flower porcelain coffee pot. It's fully signed on the base. If I just go across, I did find the designer of this. The designer of this was Marianne Westman in 1952 from Rosterand. So, lovely thing. This only came in for £3. And I've looked online, and some of the money people are asking for some of this stuff is absolutely astronomical. I'll show you 2 seconds. Okay, so as you can see, I've searched for Swedish porcelain Mon Ami coffee pot restaurant. £135 for a very similar one to what I have. £50 without the lid. £200 for 3 pieces. That's on auction, I don't count. £135. Some of this is good money. £50 for a single cup and saucer. So if I come across to mine, I've put it up for £65, which I think is an extremely cheap price. Literally cost me £3. Now, if anybody's overseas, for every £10 sterling is about $12.50, give or take. So £3 cost me less than $4. And look at it. Absolutely fabulous, in mint condition. Let me show you the mark. I need to turn that actually. I didn't realise that, but there you go. Mon Ami Restaurant, if I can pronounce that right, of Sweden. So that's the first little buy. So already £3 for a porcelain teapot, that £65. Can't really moan at that, can you? But it gets better. Then I purchased this. Here we have a beautiful, it's 20th century Chinese table screen. Now it's carved wood. I don't believe it's on porcelain, it's on paper. There's a little bit of water damage there, as you can see. Very minor. This entire thing is fully hand painted. I think that is part of my sticker label. I'll have to clean that off. The entire thing is hand painted. Beautiful thing. Folds up. There you go. Little table screen. Lots of different scenes. Nice little bit of Chinese watercolor. And this I paid a fiver for. I need to clean that label off there. I didn't see that was there. So that cost me a fiver. I'm asking 55. It's 20th century. It is. It's 13.5 inches by 7.5 inches, give or take. And nicely carved bit of wood on the back. It's just a nice thing. So that cost a fiver. So, all right, a little bit more than £3, but still a really cheap little item. A bit madly then, a week or so ago, I stumbled upon a stall selling some glassware. First piece I purchased is this. Now, I don't know if you can see it there. You got red, green, and then blue. There's 3 colours. I'll show you the photographs in just a moment so you can see it tidy. And this is Murano sommerso, beautifully cut glass. Now, it's a couple of tiny nibbles on the inner rim. I don't know if you can see them. There's one there. They're really, really minor, tiny nibbles on the inside rim. That cost me £2. So, Italian Murano sommerso cut glass vase, 6.5 inches tall. And if I zoom in by there, you can see what I mean. You've got the red, the green, and then the blue. 3 colours plus the clear overlay. Beautiful facet vase. There's the nibbles on the rim. I make sure I accurately describe everything. Beautiful thing. £2. If you're not afraid to dig in the boxes, you'd be surprised what you can actually find. Off the same lady, I purchased this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is flashed in a blue glass. So the glass decanter is made originally from clear glass, then it's overlaid in a blue glass, then it's cut to clear. They cut through the blue glass into the clear glass to then give the pattern. So it's cut to clear. Very expensive process, very, very valuable item it would have been. It cost me £1. It cost me £1 because the stopper there, as you can see, has been damaged and repaired. Now it's been repaired that good you can't even feel it. Literally, you can't feel it. When you run your fingers over it, you can't feel it. And it's got one or two tiny nibbles, but there. If you can see those two. So that cost me £1 because it wasn't perfect. In mint condition, that's over £100. In that condition, it's still a £20 to £25 globe decanter, cut to clear, beautiful quality. I haven't even looked to see if it was signed. Lots of people do these, and I mean lots. They're done in France, they're done everywhere. They're done here, Ireland. So beautiful, beautiful perfume bottle. I've still listed it at £25. I know the TV tell you all the time, do not buy damaged, but it depends on what the item is. If something's rare enough, valuable enough, then it'll still be a collector. Somebody will buy that and put it on a shelf and really enjoy that for years. And there's nothing wrong with it. You can still use it as a perfume bottle. They've really done a good job repairing that stopper. So, £25 for £1. I'll show you the photos just so you can see how it looks. So there you go, absolutely stunning bottle. Sometimes it doesn't do it justice when you hold it up. There's the damage to the stopper. You can see it's quite extensive. I think it's been snapped clean enough, but they've stuck it back together and you can't even feel the damage. And the two nibbles. Beautiful thing though. It really is. So if someone wants one just for display and they can't afford £100, £150 for a perfume bottle, there's a perfect example there for £25. Next piece we have is this. Now this was commissioned by Spink. It was produced by Royal Worcester. It's the Kingfisher pattern. It was a limited edition of only 2,500 ever made, and this is number 262. Now how do I know all that? Because it's actually wrote on the base. Now this vase isn't a very old vase, probably 70s, 80s now. I'll have a look now in a moment. But it come in for £2. If you're willing to buy a bit of mass-produced like this, even mass-produced 2,500 is very low. It's a beautiful piece of English Royal Worcester in lovely condition. Look at that, just beautiful. It's going to be transfer printed. It's not going to be painted, but still, beautiful thing. And it's a good size vase. Have a look. So if I come over here, I've done a little search now on Google. You can see there 95, 80, 95, 95. So you can see the types of money people want for these Kingfisher vases in a limited edition. 80, 95. Live auction there, live auction there. Another one there. Don't know how much that's all for on Hanson's auctions. Realise 40 quid in auction, but that's auction for you, and then you get 20% on top of that, plus VATs and all the rest of it. So they pay a trader's probably paid £50, £60 to buy it. I'm only selling mine for £75. It cost me £2. Have a look at these photos. Now, I can't emphasize enough how much your photos sell your items. You've got to take your time and get good photographs. I got to turn that. Bright show everything. Look at it. Beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful vase. £2 into 75. Now this stuff doesn't sell overnight. There are things that sell like that, and there are things that may take a year or 2 or 3 to sell. But if that takes me 3 years to sell, and I turn £2 into 75 in 3 years, how much do you think you'd have if you put £2 in a bank or invested £2 into a company and hope the shares went up over 2 or 3 years? £2 into £75, and I could have probably gone for 95, just like some of the others. But I always try and undercut people a little bit, make sure I'm competitive. But a beautiful thing, not even a little nibble on it. It's absolutely mint. Beautiful vase. Next piece I got is it's probably 25, 30-year-old at most, but it's a really nice thing. I have got a Chinese lamp. Now, in my opinion, the second half of the 20th century, 1990s, 1980s, something like that. I think it's a willow pattern, or it's a variation of the willow pattern. If it's not the willow pattern, some variation of it. However, this isn't a vase and cover that had been lamped. It was made as a lamp. The lid is attached to the lamp. However, I've taken it off. I've had a look at the porcelain and everything. It's 100%. It's late 20th century. But I've also had it under an eyeglass, and it's all hand painted. So all that is hand painted. It's not transfer print. Just double check that. Yep, it's all hand painted. Oh, it may have some transfer around the base, but majority of it is hand painted. It cost me £1. The gentleman was there and he said, yeah, Ming lamp, £1. And I thought, well, it's not old, but it's good looking. It's hand painted, or a lot of it's hand painted. And I thought, well, for £1, I'm not leaving it there. What a lovely thing. I'll show you the photos of it off the stand and everything now. It's going to need rewiring. It comes with the wire and the plug and everything, but they've literally lopped off the lamp fitting. So what they'll have to do is put a new bulb holder on there and wire it in. But the porcelain itself is in really, really good condition. And I have had it under an eyeglass. And it is definitely painted, because you can see the heaped and piling where they overlap on the lines. So it's definitely painted. Now, let's have a look at the photographs. So here's the photographs I've done of the lamp. I stripped it down, I've cleaned it, done the photographs, then I rebuilt it. You can see there where they've took it off. Nice little Chinese scene there. There's the porcelain, was a true giveaway. Look at the colour of that porcelain. Instant giveaway of the period. Nice little thing. So, what am I selling it for? £95. Hand-painted Chinese porcelain lamp, blue and white. And it stands at 11 inches tall without the bulb holder. There is things out there to buy all the time. A lot of today's stuff is £1, £2, £3. I've got one or two now that are a little bit dearer that come off the same car boot sale. I've paid a £5 for one and £20 for the other. But I wanted to show you these ones first to give you an idea of some of the things. If you're willing to buy something that's a bit more mass produced, like the Worcester vase here, you know, for £2, that's not a one-off. I've got some beautiful pieces of Worcester and Dalton and things that I buy for £1 and £2. A lot of the time, people, when they're running around the car boot sales now, there's a gold rush on and everybody is diving in the jewellery. And I see good dealers walking past good antiques, rushing for gold. I stroll around and I'm picking stuff up like this for £1 and £2, and it's absolutely fabulous. You know, you can spend 20 quid and get £300, £400, £500 worth of stock in. It may take you time to sell it, but you sell one item and that's paid for everything you've bought, and giving you the next 2 or 3 days worth of buying. So it's really, if you want to do it that way, it's absolutely fabulous. Let's move on. This is the dearest item of the day. Well, that gives you a clue, doesn't it? We have a sign. Now, this sign is from Thailand. It's metal, some form of tin, I suppose, or just a base metal. It's a bit rusty. It's been hand painted with enamel paint, and I've also translated it. Now, I took a photograph of it, went to Google Translate, clicked on images and translated it off the images. And you know what it reads? Government liquor. So it's advertising a brewery or a bar or something for government alcohol. That says government and that says liquor. That one was unreadable by the image. It's a bit faded. But what an interesting sign. If you collect signs Sign from Thailand that says government liquor. Show me another one. I paid £20 for it off another dealer because I rated it, and I can't even remember what I put it up for. I think I've put it up for £75 because, as I say, find me another one. Signs are seriously collectible. People love them. They love hanging them on the wall. And to find one that's brewery related, but from Thailand, fabulous. So I paid £20 for that, which works out at about $35, give or take. It's a nice thing. And this was my final item for the video today. Now, if you want to see any of the items, they're all on antiquesarena.com. All my stock's on antiquesarena.com. Check it out. There's over 5,000 pieces of stock on it, all like this. This is my final item of the day. And the gentleman I bought it off used to live in Denver. And he said he brought it across to England with him when he came. I bought it up in Madley. And this is Cost Cutter non-alcoholic brew. So it's a brewery honor again, advertising, it's a mirror. And it came 1992, Coors Brewery Company, Golden, Colorado. There you go. So what do you think of that? Coors Cutter. I thought it was Cost Cutter. It's Coors Cutter. Brewery honor sign. And I think I got 55 on that, and that cost me a £5. So what do you think? It goes to show. Oh, actually, I got one more to show you. One more before I pack it away. Didn't see this one, but there. Now, I know what you're thinking. They are kitsch as hell. How many people used to remember these on their granny's wall in the 70s and the 80s? Well, they're cross swords. This one's got brass handles, brass shields. Turn it around, you've got base metals, blades, and a bit of wood. They are very, very kitsch. The dearest one I've sold of these is like 120 for a really, really nice one. And the lowest is about 35, £40 for cross swords. I think I've put these up for 45 or £50, and I paid, I think it was a £5 for them. So yeah, kitsch, very, very kitsch, very mid-century modern. But they look good in man caves and things like that. You know, some swords hanging on a wall. It's very much, you know, like an old lodge or something like that. So they sell. And 50 quid won't be a problem achieving on something like that, 45, £50. So what do you think? If you want to go out on a budget, if you want to take 30, 40 quid with you to a car boot sale, or even if you haven't got that 20 quid to a car boot sale, and buy 2 or 3, 4, 5 items, £2 or £3 each, put them up for sale, sell one, you've paid for everything. All you got to do is take your time, dig through the boxes. The stuff is there for pennies. You've got to dig through the boxes. Instead of just looking what's on the table, that people know what they're selling and they're asking good money, dig in the boxes where they think everything's rubbish and it's 50p in a pound. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I've got loads more stock to film. I am really, really behind. I see. If you like the videos, please feel free to put a like, a comment, let me know if you've got a favorite item. If you're not subscribed and you like the channel, please subscribe, and then you won't miss future videos. And if you actually find value in the videos and I help you and you want to say thank you, a free way would simply be to share the videos or recommend a friend to the channel or to view the website. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.